Hello, I'm Alex Domgard from Austin Area Inspections. One of the issues that I commonly discover on asphalt shingle roofs is damage caused by foot traffic or from placing ladders or scaffolds or other equipment on top of a hot roof. Now, asphalt shingles are made up with, on their finish layer, a covering called granules. These granules are small ceramic stones that are placed on top of the asphalt rendering, which is what keeps your shingles watertight. These tiny granules, these ceramic granules, can be easily smudged off if they are disturbed by foot traffic during hot weather. You will commonly find these spots being placed in areas where foot traffic is common. I tend to place my ladder in areas of the roof where it is safe to climb up on top of the roof, where it is safe to walk on the roof, and it's very common to see people before me, other tradespeople have done the same. Also, it's very common to see them at split-level homes against the side of a home or around chimneys, for example. Masons or painters or siding contractors will commonly have to do their work after the roof is installed. Also, it is very common for roofers to make the same issues as they travel up and down the roof. And so the takeaway from that experience is that if you own a home or a building and you're considering a project, you may wish to postpone it until you have some cooler weather and your roof is less vulnerable to this kind of traffic damage.
Even if you've never walked on a steep pitch roof before, you would find that your feet naturally want to gravitate towards the areas of the roof that are the least steep. And those areas happen to be the valleys and the hips of the roof. And in this example here, I'm looking at a valley on a roof that there has been some foot traffic in this area before, and it was probably during some very hot weather. I didn't create it myself because it was very cold out that day, almost freezing. But I did take a note of it, and here is a highlighted view of where that foot traffic damage is, and here's what it looks like when it's up close. Those granules have just been scuffed off from foot traffic. And the granules, here's what they look like when they're placed against just a white paper background. As I've mentioned before, they are ceramic stones that are color matched to the surface color of the roof. They keep the ultraviolet light from evaporating the asphalt, and it tends to slough off a bit when the roof is first installed. It falls off in the fullness of time, and it'll also fall off very severely from foot traffic or from hailstorms. So here I'm looking at a roof that's about 6 years old, and some of the granules have been worn away in just 2 shingles. And if you look at where they're placed on the roof, it's right where I wanted to actually climb up onto an upper level of the roof. It was the only area where it was reasonably safe to get on the second story of the roof, and people would have been most likely trampling all over this before and damaged these 2 shingles. The solution to this is just to replace the 2 shingles or leave it as it is. The thing about replacing them, though, is it's very likely that it'll be difficult to color match it, given that the roof's about 6 years old. It'll look a little different. This is a brand new roof on a brand new house, and the order of operations with construction is this. The roof gets installed, the roof covering gets installed, and then siding contractors will place on siding, stone, whatever they're putting on for a wall finish, and then painters will paint them after that, and they climb up there with tools, ladders, scaffolds, and they leave smudges like this. This is one that I created myself just for fun. I picked a very hot day, and this is actually how hot it gets outside. It gets ridiculously hot. 153 degrees is what the thermometer says, and I place my foot on the shingle, and it's easy to smudge it just like that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alex Domgard.